That's the One Piece.
The friends we made along the way.
Okay, I'm glad you because I know we always have the jokes about it was always the friends we made along the way. Yeah, that's the One Piece.
That's the One Piece. The actual One Piece is just the friends you made along the way.
It was surrounded by Luffy this whole time.
He had the One Piece the second he started his journey and making friends.
The more he gathered his crew, the more the One Piece grew within him.
Until he just becomes the One Piece, and it's just like a piece of fucking meat that he's been eating because he just becomes.
It's just like piece of meat. Yeah, today we're gonna be doing One Piece, but the live action.
Live action One Piece, you guys. Here we go.
Because covering the actual anime One Piece would take multiple episodes.
I'm not here for multiple episodes. I'm here for one episode.
Maybe sometime in the future, way in the future, maybe. But that's just a maybe, because long arcs with One Piece. And I'm only halfway through. But we're doing the live action.
I only made it up to Clawhador in the anime. And then I was like...
Yeah, well... so we're doing live action. It's actually a very, very recent show.
Fairly recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Just, earlier, middle of last year?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, maybe like 6 months.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. But, before we get into all of, the facts and all that stuff, we go actually right into our... Do you know?
Put on the spot. My brain is not working.
UFO!
Right now. United Front.
Of Otters.
No, it's just this. It's
UF.
two O's.
Just
UF. United Front.
United Front Ostriches.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the one.
My brain's not here to take it.
Actually, I'm not either.
But hey, we're going to make this happen anyway. So, Ultimate First Origin.
Yay. Which is...
What?
I might just cut that out. Or I might keep it in and then just zoom in on you just doing it.
Let's be honest, Jackson. You're going to do whatever the fuck you want in the moment.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And there is a reason why all the episodes are spaced out. It's because I have a lot on my plate.
But we don't have plates in front of us.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Digesting all the projects all at once. So, but yeah, our UFO, when we saw it for the first time, which was probably going to be very easy for us, the live action.
Yeah,
yes,
I mean, you probably saw it, you and Gary probably saw it sooner than I did. I think I saw it maybe, I don't know, like a month or so
maybe.
after.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think we saw it like the week that it came out, right?
Yeah.
No, we didn't?
I was in Mexico when that happened.
Oh.
I was waiting for you. So
that's true.
Now
that's
love. That's love. Waiting.
Third week, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a genuine.
But when we did, we binged it though, right?
Yeah, we binged it all
You
day.
finished it basically in the day.
I think it was like a weekend, like a Saturday or something like that.
Yep.
And we're just like, you know what? We're just gonna do it, and then we just.
I think it maybe took me like a month or two. I'm kind of doing like an episode a week and then watching like 20 different things. I also I'm very easily distracted about individual.
But overall, we pretty much remember like
the majority
of it, which is pretty clear. So the UFOs for both of us would be pretty clear. I would say.
Sometime after them.
Sometime. Maybe like a couple weeks after.
You know, like in the comic panels where it's like sometime after.
Oh yeah, it's a little bubble.
Yeah, a little,
like
little,
dot, dot, dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much like I'm kind of being beamed up and I'm just taking you with me.
I was like, oh, this isn't the taco stand.
Like, I didn't remember it being this shiny.
Wow, they've really modernized this place. Yeah.
I don't know how good the food's gonna be.
Yeah,
I don't think it's supposed to be clean.
Freeze-dried tacos.
That sounds terrible.
Astronaut food.
Oh, yeah, literally just like it's all like in tinfoil and everything.
Yeah, it's just like a fucking solid
mass. Yeah, so that's pretty simple. So after that, we're gonna go pretty much into our summary, pretty much of what happens
the
decently.
whole season.
Kind of
Ish?
like just like main points, pretty much.
Okay, well,
If you remember,
we start off
with
an execution.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that is how we start. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was right.
it is true. Yeah. With
Wow.
Gold Roger.
With
yeah.
Gold Roger getting,
the original king of the pirates.
yeah, the only king, I think,
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
because I'm not super deep into One Piece lore, but what I know is just from Culture Bleed
Yeah.
and
Basi-
watching this show
Yeah.
to its
To its closing.
end of
which
season
has
final
multiple-
episode. Yeah, but you know,
But yeah, Gold Roger is like king of the pirates, and he pretty much had the One Piece, and
Which
he hid it
is-
somewhere.
is a thing we all want.
Yeah.
We all want that.
Yeah, I guess.
I think yeah, everybody wants it because like after he announced that people
All the
were
pirates want it.
like, well, everybody became pirates
Because
to
of
get
it.
it because they're like, oh hey,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing that we want. And
Mhm.
It's still not clear to me what it is.
Yeah, I think it became such a monumental thing in its history because Gold Roger stood up against the government and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and
He was
that
a rebel.
became a big like war and all that stuff. And then
Fuck yeah.
a lot of pirates started like occasionally joining, the cause, the rebellion against the government.
I
and-
do love rebelling against government. You know that, Justin.
Stick it to the man. But pretty much, Gold Roger is like the biggest icon ever.
Yeah, essentially in this world.
And they executed him
he
on
died.
top of this really big, tall.
They made a whole like spectacle of it.
It's a whole
Essentially,
show.
be like, ah, look,
It's like, go find the One Piece, and everybody's like,
Oh,
we gotta go find it.
the One Piece is real.
And that pretty much sparked the whole
Yeah.
war, I guess.
Well,
Kind
just
of.
the age of, I guess
not
piracy.
really a war, but yeah.
Yeah, just like piracy
the age of
became
pirates.
rampant, and then after that, like the generations after, because it's like a couple generations later, right?
Mhm.
Where we go over to Luffy, who's basically just like trying to start his own crew and
Mhm.
begin his adventures get to the Grand Line
Yep.
and to
Get inspired to really, really go out there.
basically
Like-
become king of the pirates. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like as a kid, he was just like kind of held back in a way because of
Well, because he's a kid.
yeah, because he's a
Firstly.
kid, obviously. But like he had like the passion.
But he
pretty
had like
much.
the heart of like, oh, I want to go out on adventures, and,
Yeah.
fight bad guys and become king of the pirates. Essentially,
Yeah, pretty
it's a very he is very goal driven, and it is very very direct.
Mhm,
yeah.
Well,
He
that's
just-
that's the whole character.
He
of
only
Luffy.
goes in one direction, and that's towards his destiny.
and that's toward the One Piece.
The One Piece,
and he
yeah.
doesn't know where it's at. Nobody knows.
At least he doesn't get
That's the
lost.
whole premise.
At least he doesn't get as lost as others.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
before we get to that, so that's Luffy.
Yeah.
We also meet
Zoro.
Zoro
Mhm.
and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They did a great job with Kobe.
Honestly,
I feel like they
I
did
kind
really
of
good.
like this portrayal of Kobe.
Mhm.
I was like, holy shit, because like in
Yeah.
the anime he was kind of a wimp,
like a dork.
and like
yeah.
he's like dorky, but he's still like really
but, like-
smart and capable.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
live
yeah,
action
yeah.
world, I'm like, oh damn, like this is even better than the anime.
like, he's actually like
He's
strategic.
actually like strategic and
yeah.
stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, so he's not just like a total coward,
Right.
you know? Like
Yeah.
he's afraid, but he's still like doing things.
Yeah, because we get introduced to Garp,
Yes.
and pretty much Kobe stays with Garp pretty much during that whole first season.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
under his shadow. Like,
Yeah,
in a
he's kind of
way.
like being mentored in a way.
for the Marines.
Yeah, it
So-
is kind of like a mentorship. I feel like he kind of
little
just
bit.
takes him under his wing a little bit.
hmm
But
But then he's also watching Luffy because they
Yeah.
they were
yeah, because he saws that like,
friends.
okay, this guy knew
yeah
my grandson, which at this time nobody knows is my grandson, Garp.
right. You know,
Doesn't really share that information just yet.
yeah,
But,
because Luffy
uh,
saves Kobe first.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and then
And
obviously
then Kobe's like, well, maybe not all pirates are assholes. Like,
yeah. But I'm still a Marine, so
I'm still
I have
a Marine,
to go
so like I
against
have
him?
to like I have to chase you,
Yeah.
but you're a good guy, but you're also a pirate.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
It's just the back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just like I want to arrest you, but I can't.
like I'm
but I
supposed
can?
to, but I know, and I know I should, but you're doing some good, like
Yeah.
you're fighting some bad dudes here. So like,
Right.
yeah,
Which becomes relevant later when,
Yes.
when he has to fight Arlong. So,
oh, I thought maybe you were going to talk about Buggy,
well, yeah, but I'm saying like later.
but yeah, Arlong becomes
But
like
also Buggy the Clown as well,
which also
was
very
fantastic.
very well done with this.
I
This
think
guy
a lot
knocked. Yeah,
a lot
this
of
guy
people
knocked
loved
it
it.
out.
Oh,
He absolutely
Just-
knocked it out.
aesthetically, the voice, the body language, everything,
the
the humor.
Yeah, his whole performance was so fucking good.
It was so good. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, he kind of stole the show for me, to be honest. Like,
I think it did for a lot of people.
yeah.
And it's like the first official fight with Luffy against Buggy.
It's
which,
true.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. And it's just funny because I know how far Buggy gets in the series.
Yeah.
So
I've
kind of
seen some spoilery. I don't have the full context, but like from what I've seen, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't realize it was going to become
important?
like that important. But all right.
the very first villain.
Yeah,
villain.
you know, it's fitting though for a show like this. I feel even though I didn't, get all that far into the anime, it seemed like a really cool thing that they have like all these callbacks from like way back, when they were like first airing these things, and now like at this day and age where you get to see like the progression of those characters. I mean, that has to be like such an awesome feeling to like those day one fans who have been watching.
They're like,
like
that's the guy. That's the guy.
All those years of just like watching this show, man. Yeah, that's had to have felt really cool.
Oh yeah. Well, especially for the creator too. Like,
to see it also, as a live action, and a lot of it. And then just this guy, God, I really wish we had his name, the actor.
For Buggy the Clown?
For Buggy, because he did such a fucking... He was funny.
I know.
Genuinely funny. And like, I don't know if it was like... I imagine the writers were just having like a lot of fun with the character of Buggy.
Jeff Ward.
Jeff Ward?
Man, he sounds familiar.
I mean, I probably heard of a bunch of Jeffs and a couple Wards.
Well, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But yes. He did a great job.
But yeah, he did a really good job. So props to that, man.
Yeah.
And the rest of the cast for One Piece was pretty well done. Nami was cool. Mm-hmm. Zoro was like the stoic, like swordsman.
Yeah.
And then we eventually get towards Usopp and Sanji. Mm-hmm. I was like trying to remember these names, and thank you for helping me.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was listening. I'm like, I'll fill in the spots.
And they were all very...
did you like Sanji's
Sanji
story?
was cool. I liked it better than in the anime because
it took a while.
The anime did kind of like drag some of it for me. That's kind of where like at that point when I was like reaching the end of like the whole Clojador thing, I was like, because I was starting to binge. I was trying to binge the anime, which my God,
it's kind of
what a test! And by that point I was already starting to like knock out in like 12.
I agree. There's some arcs that go too long almost.
Yeah.
Like, I still love the show. I still appreciate it. But some of them are like, all right, we've seen this backstory about 20 times, so let's just
I think that was like the problem with a lot of anime even back then. There was a lot of filler backstory and just like you really only get like 10 minutes of content and like the other 15 to 20 is just backstory.
Repeated backstory.
Repeated many times to keep on hammering the ideas that you don't forget them.
Kind of like the late 90s, early 2000s animes where it's just like...
Oh, God, yeah.
Huh?
Naruto, my God. But anyway.
We're
gonna put Naruto over here.
We can do that some other time. Yeah.
And
we get introduced to the
crew. The
main starting...
The Straw Hats.
Yeah,
the Straw Hats. I was about to ask you what the name of the crew was. I was like, well, no, wait, I know this.
It's the Straw Hats. I know it. Buzz in. Straw Hats.
I wish we had buttons and stuff that like that actually. You know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna need to write a note.
Just every time we have to tap it in.
It's like I know this.
I know the fact. I know it. That would be fun. Actually.
That actually would be really fun.
That'd be a fun trivia game, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about
it.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk later. But anyway,
cut that out. So yeah, we get the main crew together after the Buggy fight, pretty much, and then
Buggy's kind of like our navigator to get to Arlong.
Pretty much.
He's like
they like have
compass.
His head.
Yeah, because they just have his head. And
he's just like, you can just like let me go, and they're like, nah. How about you help us first, and then we can release you to the rest of your body, because he has like the chop fruit. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's his thing. He basically can like detach his body,
which is cool. I like
it. It is
that.
actually very cool.
Very unique. He makes use of it.
Very unique. A lot of the abilities in One Piece are honestly very unique, and
a lot of them are unique. A lot of them are weird,
strange.
Very, because One Piece is like the weirdest anime that I've seen.
I would say it's definitely up there with one of the more weirder ones, but like it also just adds to its like aesthetic and charm of like being
Because like
such a like big world where you're just like meeting all these different kinds of people.
Oh, because like every time I finish new arc, in the show, and then there's a new one, I always tell my wife, I'm like, this arc is weirder than the last one, and then she goes, yeah, it just keeps going.
It gets weirder.
It's just like, how? And then I watch the next arc, I'm like, gotcha.
I feel like the best thing that I could equate to that feeling is when I was watching JoJo's for the first time.
I still have to watch
I know. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. First time watching when you had no context other than memes.
Right.
The memes helped me understand the context so much more. And
yeah. And then at the end of the first season, they have to fight
Arlong,
the Fishman.
And his Fishman, which
was a tough fight.
Tough fight, and also the people in charge of like costuming and the prosthetics that they used and the CGI that they used for like what was that?
It was incredible.
The fish guy who was like shooting like bullets out of his I don't know his name, but like that was like a really cool visual and then the fight with Arlong himself.
The whole battle was
very
well done.
Very well done.
It was so cool. I loved it.
Yeah, they
intense battle though, and that was the whole thing with Nami because
that was her whole backstory.
Backgorp.
Backgarp.
Yeah. And it is true. Garp is pretty much tracking them and following them down every
step of the way,
go,
essentially.
And
and
it's like, hey, we gotta arrest these guys. They're pirates.
They're pirates. It's against the law.
This is our job to arrest them, but they're too good.
They're so good at taking out these other pirates.
Yeah. So it's like they're good, but they're bad.
It's like, all right, we'll just it's like the end of Pirates of the Caribbean, where like Norrington's like, we'll give them one day's head start. Essentially.
But sir, I can
afford to give them 1 day's head start. These aren't that much, I guess.
So this is the choice you've taken.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Oh god, yeah.
Anyway.
But
But that's kind of like where the season ends. Is that final fight?
Yeah.
Which is actually a solid.
Yeah, that's a solid place to end it. I feel, just off of what I've seen, and those are all like the positive. Do you have any? Was there anything that's like was like about it for you?
Actually, not really.
Not really.
I really enjoyed pretty much the whole thing.
Yeah.
At first, I got confused because of the whole Kobe with Garp thing, like being like super close. Because I'm just like, wait, were they really that close? But then I'm like, I mean,
it's whatever.
Kind of.
I mean, some liberties are fair, I think, and I mean, I think it's actually really cool.
I thought it was better that way.
I honestly, exactly. I felt we're back.
I ran out of space.
And we found more of it now. So.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see how long it goes. But like, I think before we got rudely interrupted. No. Any like things that were kind of like a little mad to you about it, but like you overall liked it.
Overall, I really enjoyed it.
I only had like one thing. It wasn't. I wouldn't say that like I didn't like it. I just thought it was a little goofy. The fight that they had, Zoro and Mihawk kind of have.
Oh well,
that was a little goofy for me. I mean, but like it wasn't bad. It was just funny.
Right.
It was just funny to me because like Zoro's just being so like serious and stuff, and Mihawk's just like
he's just like
doesn't really care.
Yeah, it is kind of like that in the show,
and then which I get it, but like it's easier to like think that it's cool in the show, and then when you see that happen in a like trying to be transferred over to a live action, and then Zoro's just like, I promise I'll never lose again, and I'm just like, okay, man. I'm just like,
it's very dramatic.
It was very dramatic, and I'm just like, I'm supposed to. I
suppose
it was just a little goofy.
Yeah,
but it wasn't bad. It was just it made me laugh.
Yeah, I mean the whole driving force for Zoro is that he is going to become the greatest swordsman in the world.
Yeah,
and right now Mihawk is pretty much considered
the greatest,
the best. Yeah,
right now.
So he has to beat him
currently. Yeah,
right.
So I was like, all right, I'll let you live.
I get that it's a little silly.
It's a little silly, but overall though, like I also understand like the show that I'm watching, and like there's a lot of silliness already to begin with. So it's like that's not bad. It's not bad. It was just funny.
Yeah,
that's
I get you. Yeah.
But
I don't think there was anything like bad about it.
No.
It was very, very well. Like
I still liked it, and I thought Mihawk was like visually like the character. Made a pretty cool profile and everything on on screen and everything.
Yeah, I just think like aesthetically, like the costume design and the character just portrayals were just they were so well done.
Yeah.
And it actually kind of leads me to think of like how they're going to do like future characters. Because there's Chopper.
God, I don't even. Yeah,
and I always wonder how they're going to do Chopper because that's
gotta be like
tricky,
full CG.
I think
you gotta do like some blue people Avatar type, like
probably.
Yeah, you gotta do like your
Planet
of the Apes. You gotta do your Gollum. Like you gotta have somebody in like
just
fucking,
like crawling around
like a fucking green suit, essentially.
With all the dots. And,
You gotta have like a big like fucking like a guy with like a chopper head up here when he like hulks out. Like he's like
look up here.
Yeah, you gotta talk to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Essentially.
And then the whole thing with Brooke too, where it's just like he has like the humanoid form, but like the whole skeleton aspect about him. Like
I mean, but that could be.
It's a little easier.
I think that could be done though. I think there's a lot of ways to work around that. Same, just less of this, more of like okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, Brooke is pretty tall.
We just need somebody to be like very tall and lanky, and that's doable. That's very doable.
Much. Yeah. Yes. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good there.
You want to go to our fantastic facts?
You can certainly try.
There's not a whole lot, but there are a few, which is some of them is like common-ish knowledge, some of it's not. So, but yeah, fantastic facts. Where to find them? IMDb.
I am DB.
I am DB.
I am DB.
Yeah, the usual sauce. So,
saucy.
First one here is that okay. How do you pronounce Ichiro Oda? Ichiro Oda? Is that how you pronounce it?
The creator's name?
I know Oda. Is it Ichiro Oda?
Ichiro?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
Ichiro.
I'm assuming.
I'll say that one.
Mr. Oda.
Mr. Odo.
Yes. Odo?
Master Odo.
Master Odo.
Oda.
Is it Oda?
Sorry,
it's Oda. I'm like, that sounds like Oda, right?
Yoda without the Y.
I'm sure it's Oda. I don't know that much about One Piece, but I'm pretty sure his name's Oda.
Oda. So, he gifted the 5 main cast members with custom-made shirts to celebrate the casting announcement featuring illustrations of their characters.
Oh, hell yeah. That's cool.
Just cool. I like that.
That's a nice detail.
A little celebration. Because I feel like he was just really, really close with the cast. I mean,
yeah.
You kind of have to be.
I don't think it could... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody that could have done it.
Just like meeting him would be like insane, incredible. And then you're like, I get to work with this guy? That'd be insane.
Honestly, like very creative. Oda is like super creative, just with what he has done with One Piece thus far.
And it's not done.
Oh yeah, no.
That's why I'm
know.
Like, his brain is just like big brain energy.
It was literally me when I first opened a D&D book. I was like, oh,
like whoa, just close,
just dead, just a pile,
just a pile. Oh, okay,
just a pile with clothes.
Second one is that some of the casting for the Straw Hats is based on answers that Oda gave for where the crew would hail from in the real world.
Oh, that's cool.
Luffy as Brazilian, Zoro as Japanese, Nami as Swedish, Usopp as South African, and Sanji as French. So kind of all over
I could
the
see
world.
I could see the French thing because he's a chef.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, for me, it makes sense because you want to have spots all around the world too.
Sanji could be in Ratatouille.
Yeah.
He absolutely could be
sure.
in Ratatouille.
Except he wouldn't need the rats.
Well, no.
He's already incredible.
No. He doesn't need the rats, but he could be in Ratatouille.
He could be. He can be the chef.
Yeah.
The head chef. Yeah. Maybe the sous chef.
Just sitting on the guy's shoulders like, okay, now do that.
Actually, being in One Piece...
It's like, you're awful.
He's just like sitting there like, no.
God, I hate being with guys.
Oh yeah, that would be him. He'd be like, no, I only work with a girl crew.
I don't know if he could get work done.
With him, he'd be like, no.
You'd be flirting too much.
That's true. Actually.
Which is like, now that's just harassment.
After one day.
After 1 day.
After 1 hour.
Yeah. You could run the finest restaurant, but if you have harassment, I don't know, man. That's not a good sell. That's not a good sell.
Another fact, which is pretty well known, is that obviously the One Piece creator Oda worked closely with the directors and writers to ensure the show would be as close to his vision as possible.
I like when they do that.
Which is nice. I really like that, where I mean, the creator, he himself is there on set.
With Netflix, like, Netflix is just like, so Oda, is this cool?
Is this cool? And
He's
he goes, sure.
I like it.
And then slide another. How about this? No.
It just gets really like demonic and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We'll see what your way. That's what I thought.
It was probably more the other way around. Let's be honest, because Netflix is God.
No,
but yeah,
for sure.
Netflix is God, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's common knowledge.
Yeah.
Most of the ships were built in Cape Town, where much of the show was filmed, such as the Going Merry, Miss Loveduck, Baratai, Red Force, Garp's ship, and many more of the pirate and marine ships.
Oh my god, I want to get on these boats.
So they were real, actual boats.
I would like to stand in boat. I would not go to sea, but I will be in boat.
I would love to go on the Going Merry. That would be so... that'd be incredible. Just to, like, be on the ship.
Yeah. That actually would be really cool.
But just like...
I'll buy a straw hat, sure. I'll go to the gift shop.
You're like, I was there.
Yeah. I'll get a red vest. Why not?
I'll get an overpriced accessory. Sure. Yeah, why not?
This was cool. Like 3 pictures.
One of the water.
$200 just to get it. And another just like 50 for a hat.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably pretty accurate. Yeah. But I think like just that alone just stands for like the dedication that they put into it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they really knew what fans were going to be watching it and be like, okay, well, I think this fan base is going to watch every single detail. On every scene, on every character.
Especially when it comes to making live action adaptations of such like popular series like One Piece and many others. The fans are gonna go fucking searchlights everywhere, looking at every little thing that you're doing.
It's like the SpongeBob meme, the spotlights, just
the eyeballs on the fucking map.
Then,
They're like, this was awful.
I don't know about this. And the last one was that the story is altered to have Garp involved from the very start, with him investigating Baroque works. So, pretty much, that's why it kind of like almost threw me off, but I'm like, well, I mean, he's really important, even in the first season, so like, I mean, that's... I feel like it just
taking
made
a
more
personal
sense.
interest and then seeing that his grandson is someone he loves, like, it made sense.
Yeah. So I'm like, I get it. Like, they had to make alterations, obviously, with some of the story, but like it only made sense. He's obviously still like early on in the story anyway, so it's not like it's a huge change.
Yeah.
And he still has the same motive. He's still hunting down pirates because that's what he does.
This one just happens to be his grandson.
Yeah, it's just like, why are you doing that, bud?
I was like, I'm gonna take down all those pirates, and here, let me take you. Just what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
Why?
I can't have my grandson be a fucking pirate.
Yeah, it was like, too bad.
It's like, can't tell me what to do, Grandpa.
Right?
You can't tell me what to do, Grandpa.
I'm a pirate.
I'm gonna be a pirate. Like, no, be a Marine.
Don't you misspelled it for Marine. I can't spell.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's like, damn it, you're right.
Dang it. That was kind of funny. I mean, he can't draw. That's for sure too. Like the first original Straw Hat design was all like wonky and like. Not good, but it was funny too. Where it's just like, look, guys, I got the flag ready, and it was all like, and everybody's like, we're gonna change that.
Let's
you got
let's
the
put
idea.
this over to the side. We like it's a nice first one. We're gonna work on another one.
We appreciate that you have ideas. Yeah. We just hope you have good ones next time.
Jesus Christ! Nothing. What would be more disheartening than like you going over to like working on a group project and you're like in charge of like the design of something.
Yeah.
And then you show it in front of everybody, and everybody's just like,
it's like that. Vibe.
So that's nice. It was a good first try. It was good.
Thanks for trying.
It was a good first try.
But...
We're gonna work on something together now. Yes. And
A for effort.
Yeah, A for effort. Thanks for trying.
Thanks for being there.
Yeah, you know what? You were here. We wouldn't be here if not for you.
Yeah, but I think that kind of sums it all up for season 1.
Yeah, honestly.
Do you want to add anything else? Anything that like stuck out to you? Like that you enjoyed the most?
I think I mostly talked about things that really stuck out to me already.
I think we did, right?
I think so, right?
I think like the one thing that I loved was Buggy and
Buggy's
fight, like the fight scene in the.
I mean, I just loved seeing Buggy on screen, man. Like anytime Buggy was on, I was just like, "Fuck yeah, here's the real king."
Yeah. Right? I just think like they did a good job, like the tent, like
like the whole the circus,
like the circus
deck, prison,
of.
stage, it's the stage,
all in one. Yeah.
all in one.
I just like that whole scene of the fight was really cool. I really appreciated it. I feel like
So. The elaborate like prison that he had for Luffy, where it's just like a fucking big ass tank filling up with water. I'm like,
pretty much.
Where did you have time for this? Like, when did you have time?
In this show, don't ask questions.
You know what? I'm not gonna. There's a guy who's literally like taking his body apart, and is completely fine.
Yeah. You know, that's. I mean, his
I'm
asking
asking the wrong questions, and you know what? I'm just not gonna ask any more questions.
He just has a water tank.
Yep.
I mean, part of the circus. So...
Right, but like he like constructed. He didn't like plan this. He like constructed that shit.
Well, yeah, that's true. Actually,
that was just like it wasn't just like already there. Like he made that shit. Like
he just heard news and he's just like, quick assemble.
Yeah, like that's crazy. All right, but again, I digress.
It's One Piece.
Yeah,
you know, you can pretty much answer a lot of the show's questions with it's One Piece.
You're right,
which is actually kind of honestly true.
Yeah.
Because I've done that quite a bit throughout the actual series. I'm like, why? Nah, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask anymore.
This is direction we're going in now, which hasn't changed at all. We're still just going.
Yeah,
we're just going. That's it.
Yeah, because I think I'm on. What am I on? 700 right now.
Yep.
Yeah, 700. So I'm like halfway through.
That's 3 whole numbers, everybody.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You're over there just like crying.
I've seen the same backstory hundreds of times.
Just crying.
Yeah.
It's like the end of the day. You just like finish watching an episode with your wife, and you're just like, "All right, honey, good night." And then you just like turn over to the covers, and you just start crying to yourself.
Just like with the blanket over, like
it's a Family Guy meme.
Just like oh my,
straight up. It's like I showed it again.
All right. Anything else to add? Or?
I'm satisfied.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to tell the audience where they can find us?
God, let me see if I remember. Spotify's one.
Mm-hmm.
Anchor.
Yep.
Apple Podcast. Castbox. YouTube, technically.
YouTube. Yeah. That's the 5th. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a whole hand of options.
A
for
handful.
You guys.
Yeah.
A handful. Hey, yeah. Yeah. Those are all places you can check us out. I guess this is the part where we got to do like the YouTube thing of like.
It's also part of Bookworm Cinema Productions.
Bookworm, yeah.
That's the main title.
That's the main
of our pretty much our
and also,
entirety. So.
If you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Mm-hmm. That would be nice.
I think I appeased the YouTube gods.
Yeah, I feel like a little, little weight lifted off, just a little bit though.
Yeah, I think we have.
We only recorded 1 episode tonight. So.
About 2 million more of those to do.
That sounds about right, actually.
Before we can appease YouTube. Before we can appease YouTube, so.
Many more times to come.
We're on our way.
We started on the track, but man, we can't see the end.
It's just like One Piece.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like One Piece. We
never know when it's gonna end.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't know if we're all gonna make it.
No, not that either. Uh-oh. All right, everybody, stay tuned for another episode of Drinking Dryad. Part of Bookworm Cinema Productions and all that fancy stuff.
We have a lot of titles.
Yeah. We'll also be back with Books and Baggins eventually.
Yeah.
And
Chapter 4.
For the next one, yes.
Yep.
And and then I got a couple other personal stuff, but that won't be for a while, so I won't bother with it.
It'll be a while.
No,
okay. That doesn't even... No, that's not even how it works. No. Anyway, goodbye, y'all.
Goodbye. It's still going.
Not breaking.
Okay.
Not breaking.
All right. Okay. This is the content that you guys want.